Welcome to the Jeremy Hill Show. This is a men's channel with men content. If that's something that you like to enjoy, then do me a favor, hit that like button and subscribe. Now, women always complain about a man wanting sex. They say that's all that men want is sex. All men want is to screw. But ladies, have you ever considered that maybe a man thinks this way because that is all you tend to bring to the table? That's all you promote is sexuality. Women do not promote intelligence. They do not promote chastity. They do not promote being a virgin. They do not promote being a good housekeeper, a good wife. They do not promote being submissive. They do not promote being a feminine woman to a man. They do not promote being docile. They do not promote being humble. What do women tend to promote? Sex. They say they don't want to be an object of sex. They don't want to be a piece of meat, but yet they dress sexually suggestive. Now let me give you a definition for women who want to play ignorant to this. What sexual suggestiveness is. This is my source from the Wikipedia. It says, sexual suggestiveness is visual, verbal, written, or behavioral material or action with sexual undertones, implying sexual intent in order to provoke sexual arousal. There are variations in the perception and display of sexual suggestiveness, including but not all limited to gender. Stumble a little bit, but that's what it was. So basically, sexual suggestiveness is visual. Women tend to dress like prostitutes. Let's just keep it real. Women tend to dress whorishly, especially when they go on a date. You can go to Walmart and you see women with their cheeks hanging out the back of their shorts if it's a warm weather outside. You see women wearing things that are see-through. You see women going, that used to be a big thing of women going to schools, elementary school, junior high school, half naked. Women dress sexually suggestive all the time. They promote sexuality all the time, but then they get upset when a man implies that he wants to have sex with them. Why? Because that's all that you are showing men, is that you are a jump off. You are showing men that you are quick to get in the bed. I don't want to hear that because you believe that you are not a whore, that it's okay for you to dress whorishly and expect men not to treat you like a whore. So again, sexual suggestiveness, according to this definition, is visual. It's also verbal. When it's verbal, of course, it's through conversation. Think about all the rap music and different songs that you hear that's sung by women. You remember that song where the woman said, eat the booty like groceries and wop, wet ass, all this stuff right here. It comes from the lips of women more than it comes from the lips of men. Most hip hop, for example, rap, it might be violent. It may talk about promoting drugs and stuff like that. But you may hear a little bit talking about disrespecting women. But women are more graphic when it comes to describing the sexual acts that they do to a man through music. You see women acting sexually suggestive in commercials. You see it in videos. You see it in movies. You hear it in music. It's also written in literature. Erotic novels written by women. So this whole thing about stop treating me like a piece of meat, stop saying that all men want to do is just screw, is because that's all that you seem to be bringing to the table. No one else knows what you got to bring to the table, because when you go on dates with women, they make it a point to be sexually suggestive when they dress. They don't know that there's a line between being sensual and classy, and it's two sides to one line. One side is sensual and sexy and classy. The other side is just whorish, exposing parts of your body. It's an attitude. It's a type of mentality. Women are so perverted and perverse now that they don't have no problem telling other women or men what they do with other women or men in the bedroom. They have no problem telling their mothers and their aunts and their grandmothers and their uncles and their fathers some of their sexual encounters. They don't have no problem telling their closest loved one, their children, hell, the dog, their sister, their brother, their aunt, what they have done with other people sexually, or they won't have no problem telling them things that would make a person know without really just saying what they've done with the person, but it implies, or it makes them, it's metaphors, innuendos, to make them think, hey, I've done this sexual act with this man or with this woman. They don't have no shamefacedness. They're not ashamed of anything. And that's what you see a lot with a lot of women who are promoting sexuality. Most time when a woman promotes sexuality through a whole bunch of makeup, to wearing tight-fitting clothing that would reveal, their clothes. Let's say they thong. You can see the thong through the yoga pants, or you can see that thong when they're wearing some denim jeans, and you see crack of their butt and all that stuff. It's a way to make up for insecurity. Either they're lacking in common sense, lacking lacking with intelligence, lacking with wisdom, lacking with finances, lacking with success, or whatever it may be. They try to make it up with something visual on their body. They try to make it, well, this is all I have to offer a man. This is all I got because I don't have this, I don't have this, I don't have this, I don't have this in my life right, I don't have this in my life right, I don't have, I'm not going nowhere in life, I'm not trying to be nothing. I mean, there's women that are like that. And so they try to make it up and put so much inflated value on sexuality and in appearance that they think that's going to take them far in life. That only takes you so far in life. It doesn't take you far in life, but only so far in life. Because eventually a woman gets old, and eventually a man gets tired, and eventually a man who is successful has many options. So it's going to take more than sex and, oral sex or whatever type of sex that you're into, or whatever you do, swing, whatever, poly, whatever it is, to make a man of value and of sustenance, to want to remain faithful or to stay with you. A man has to want to see that the woman is worthwhile. A man knows that he can't find a woman that's perfect, but there got to be enough good positive qualities about that woman that'll make him say, I want to stay here and stick it out for the rest of my life with this woman. Your sexuality doesn't matter. Sex is easy to get. It's like going to get a pork chop sandwich. It's not hard to get. And again with this thing, action, behavioral material, action with sexual undertones, implying sexual intent in order to provoke sexual arousal. Again, it comes back to the appearance. There's a lot of women who like to expose their cleavage. And you find most women like that, they don't have no butt. But most time, if they do have a butt and they have big breasts, they like to expose. It's trying to provoke a sexual arousal. In their minds, and they may be demented, they may actually think that means that they are actually just being attractive and you shouldn't be staring at them this way. That is absurd. If you see a polar bear blowing a whistle on top of a bicycle with a green hat with a blue bill, you're gonna look. It doesn't mean anything other than you look. You made me curious enough to look. It's the same thing with a woman who does that. So all these women who always complain that men just only want sex, they only want sex. Look at the culture of today's woman. What are you promoting? Only thing you throwing on the table is your sexual appearance and sex. You believe your sex is so good now that you sell it. And prostitution is the oldest profession, but women are so bold and so depraved in their hearts now that they take being a hoe and be proud of it. I'm proud I'm a hoe. I'm a good hoe. I'm the best hoe. You know what I'm saying? I'm a hoe and I'm proud. All this stupid stuff. This shows you how immature and how warped the thinking of the modern woman is today. Traditional values have no meaning or bearing in their lives. The more corrupt a thing is, the more ratchet a thing is, the more depraved or immoral that a thing is, you'll find it's deeply seated and rooted in today's woman. So this is why men look at women and say, I'm just going to hit it and quit it. I'm going to hit the skins, win, and then leave. That's why. Because a lot of you women, all you have to bring to the table is your body. No conversation, no intellect, no encouragement, nothing. Just your body. Well, again, if you like my content, do me a favor, hit the like button and subscribe for more men's content. Thank you. Jeremy Hill Show.